Hi, it's Akira! And in today's challenge, you all created some what if warrior cuts were evil scenarios in the form of AU alternate universes. But before I get into that, I have a tablet review for you all. But this time, it's not me. It is Dako, my cat artist, who Huion sent the tablet to. Here is her review and her warrior cuts AU.
Yo, did you miss me? I missed being here. Now you might be thinking, Dako, why are you reviewing a tablet on Akira's channel? Well, it's pretty simple. She's the one who got me this deal and I'm super grateful. With that out of the way, let me take you on a journey with the Huion Canvas 22. Let's start with the packaging. Having a box with a handle is automatically a plus in my book. I also may or may not have had trouble assembling the stand, but that's simply because I forgot they included a mini screwdriver with the tablet, so blame it on me. And for the installation talk, I don't really have much to say here. I installed this canvas on 2 different computers, no problem, and everything took like 10 minutes max. It didn't even require a system reboot. How cool is that? So, does it work well? That's an understatement. It works wonderfully. It's super responsive and working on it feels extra smooth. Sometimes even too smooth. The pen is extremely light as it doesn't require a battery. And this pen gave me troubles at first. I definitely prefer a heavier tool since I can have more control over it, but in the end I managed to get used to it. So if you're currently working using a battery-powered pen, then be ready to feel like you're holding a quill. A literal feather. Let's talk about the parallax. For those who don't know, parallax in tablets is the length difference between the tip of the pen and the cursor. In short, you don't want to have these two be apart from each other, and in this case, you wouldn't have to worry about it. I haven't noticed any parallax problems. Okay, now my favorite thing about this tablet. I was shocked by how thin it was, and it got me an idea that I couldn't really execute with my previous one. I screwed off the stand, laid the tablet on my lap, and just worked. I can work while sitting on a couch or lying in bed. It's so comfy and so convenient. Like, iPad Pro who? Canvas 22 is my new friend now. Jokes aside, it's a wonderful tool and I already finished a couple of pieces on it. I was surprised just how fast I adjusted to it. I won't lie when I say that I strayed away from the big name tablet brands and looked for lesser known companies, but right now I can clearly see that the big names are big names for a reason. To finish off, thank you Huion team for this amazing piece of equipment. I tried many different tablets in my life, but this one absolutely takes the cake. By now you might be asking, Dako, that's cool and all, but what are you drawing? Well, this is an evil Freshpelt AU, drawn using the aforementioned Canvas 22. Now, what if Freshpelt loved kids more than Bluefur, and discovered that they are in fact in RiverClan, but for some weird reason, without Moskit? He would confront Bluefur about it, and she would have to tell him the truth. She'd have to tell him about the kid's father, about her decision, and about Moskit. This would break Freshpelt. How could Bluefur sacrifice her family, his family, for a shot at being a deputy? Why? Because she was paranoid about Fizzleco and believed in words of some crazy medicine cat? Were the kids just a burden, an obstacle in a way to the leadership? She could have talked with him. He would be more than happy to take care of them when she would get back to her warrior duties. But she never did. She wanted him to be a father but made all the decisions by herself. Was he only useful until she got bored? Now, it doesn't matter what she thought. The only thing that matters is to remind her how she destroyed his only chance of having a real family in ThunderClan. And to remind her how she killed her own child. So in the end, was it worth it, Bluestar?
Thanks Huion for sending the Canvas 22. Product links will be in the description. And thanks Dako for the wonderful AU. Very interesting. And we are just getting started. Evil Briarlight. She made a deal with the Dark Forest to restore the use of her legs, but in exchange she lost her soul. This one's just weird enough to work. Evil Crowfeather, going out to do evil things with Breezepelt at 3 AM. Yes! This would prove that Breezepelt only hates regular Crowfeather because he's not evil. And Evil Bristlefrost, simply deciding that the imposter is to be trusted. Simple enough. Now, an evil Crooked Star, who actually let Mapleshade define him. But we wouldn't have to worry about that if we had evil Brambleberry simply putting Crooked Kit out of his misery to start with. That's incredibly dark. Oh, and another use of deathberries from evil Cinderpelt, getting revenge on Tigerclaw for her leg injury. Evil Devwing, who had enough of Bumblestripe. Or for this one, she had enough of Ivypool, who, of course, could also have turned evil. She was already training in the Dark Forest, so that's a pretty simple AU. Nice art, by the way. Now evil Leafpool, getting to Holyleaf before Holyleaf could get to her. Or alternatively, she could become evil from being exiled the moment she was discovered pregnant, so more of a Mapleshade story here. Evil Leafstar, finally fed up with SkyClan being treated so poorly. I mean, someone had to stand up for SkyClan eventually. If it wasn't Evil Leafstar, it would be Evil Tree. Oh, Evil Shadowsight being possessed by Spiresight. I'm still holding out for that theory. Here's Tawnypelt if she had the attitude of Hawkfrost. And here's Violetshine if, well, all we know about this one is that she killed Twigbranch. That's pretty evil. Ooh, here's Alderheart being fed up with being forced to be a medicine cat, and as a result, using his knowledge of herbs for evil. Interesting. And here's another Alderheart who is very specifically upset with Bramblestar for his treatment of Squirrelflight. I mean, to be fair, Bramblestar is pretty awful. Evil Brightheart, who is upset by being named Lost Face. Simple enough. Ah yes, evil Bumblestripe. Because Ashfur shouldn't be the only one to take rejection harshly. Oh, and this one builds on that further. Bumblestripe bonding with the imposter for their similar experiences. Honestly, something I wished happened in the books. A couple of simps turning evil. Oh, Cloudtail joining Blood Clan after Fireheart rejecting him. Interesting. And he was named Sheep. Fun. Evil Holyleaf. When Leafpool refused to eat the deathberries, she just used her claws instead. Very dramatic. Oh, another evil Holyleaf. This one shows her becoming the imposter instead, and actually enforcing the warrior code instead of it being a cover-up. Now this one's interesting. Honeyfern actually brought the snake to Briarkit purposely, but she died anyway, so ThunderClan still thought she was a hero. Little did they know. Oh wow, evil princess. She got all her kitty pet friends to destroy ThunderClan so they'd stop chasing kitty pets off their territory. You saying this is kind of a stretch is the biggest understatement of the year. Remember that dying warrior sign from the new prophecy? In this AU, that falling star was just Redtail getting drop-kicked out of StarClan, and now he is understandably upset. Evil Sandstorm killing Spotted Leaf to be closer to Fireheart? Okay. Or Evil Spotted Leaf, sending awful visions to Leafpool for fun. Now that's evil. Okay, this one's interesting. White Storm becomes evil because he finds out how badly Bluestar thinks of his father Thistleclaw, so he trains in the Dark Forest with Thistleclaw for revenge. Oh, back to Bumblestripe. The evil here is Rich. He kills Tigerheart so Devwing doesn't have a choice whether or not she breaks the code. Of course, there's the ulterior motive of him wanting to be with Devwing, so the fact that he's trying to hide something so obvious is just very creepy, in an interesting way. How about we take a look at Evil Jayfeather? There's actually a pretty easy starting point to go from here. Jaypaw feels bitter about the way he's treated because he's blind. ThunderClan refuses to give him adequate warrior training, so the Dark Forest is the only place willing to teach him proper fighting moves. Interesting. And this person takes a similar idea and goes even further with it. Jaypaw bonds with Brokenstar specifically, since Brokenstar was also a blind cat once. And Jayfeather can use his dream powers to enter the dreams of apprentices and lead them into the Dark Forest. Evil Badgerfang. He survives the Wing Clan attack and goes on to be fiercely loyal to Brokenstar and hate Wing Clan. I just really like this one because it goes for the nature versus nurture argument, showing how corrupt a cat can be from being taught to fight from the moment he's born. Evil Swiftpaw. this is actually a really different and cool take on the conflict with the dog pack. In this AU, Swiftpaw's ghost haunts the dogs, and he actually works with Tigerstar in using the dogs to kill Bluestar, as he blames Bluestar for his death. Add in the jealousy from the fact that the cat he was close to in his life, Brightheart, gets together with Cloudtail, and we have a recipe for an intriguing evil ghost. And finally, evil Leopard Star. I really like this one. It would make her so much more interesting. Basically, after Tigerstar dies, he meets her in the Dark Forest, and she falls for the same charm that got her to form TigerClan in the first place. Much later, she finds out that Brambleclaw killed her valued warrior Hawkfrost, and she wants revenge against ThunderClan. Honestly, this would have made for a much better antagonistic clan in Power of 3 than One Star did with WingClan. This AU has my complete approval. Nice work! Alrighty, that concludes the challenge. Overall, this has been one of my favorites. Just very interesting seeing the ideas you came up with. Now, time for a new challenge. This one will be drawing warrior cats in anime art style. You can join by clicking the link to the Warriors Challenge Discord in the description. The full set of rules will be there. Bye everyone!